thank be to God, I was not in the wrong. I was at the stoplight waiting for the green to happen, and then I heard the collision. Boom. And now for our featured presentation. Alright guys, so you're not going to believe what happened. So I had a plan to give a different type of video, but this one had to come first because of the situation. So last night, which is Friday night, I was coming home from work, and I drove up because Hagley Park Road, and I was at one of those major light intersections where you can make the right turn and go to Omara Road. And I was there sitting, at the stoplight, red light, so I stopped. While I stopped, waiting on the green to come, I hear doom in the back of the car. I have a video to show for that. In the back of the car. I was completely flabbergasted. I, at one point, didn't realize that it was actually my vehicle at the car that the impact came on. Yeah guys, so I wasn't expecting that. In fact, how I really believed that it was actually my vehicle is when I felt the impact and I went. I had some food on the dashboard, and all of that fell to the ground. All of that fell to the ground, guys, on the ground there. So, and I could not believe my eyes. So I got out of the vehicle, and then I went to the back, and it was just, in fact, when the impact happened, it's Jordan there, Aaron. When the impact happened, guys, I actually came out the vehicle and looked at the back. It was a black vehicle. Yeah guys, so it was a black Honda, like one of those Voxy type looking Hondas, black one. So the young lady said to me, just let's pull to the side. To be honest with you guys, I felt the peace of God, and I was pretty calm when I came out and looked at the damage. I don't think it sank in, but I just kept my calm, and it was a young lady too, so I said, alright. So we pulled over to the side. She came out and she was just taking pictures of the damage that was done, and I did a video recording, and you'll see the video, or probably would have seen it. You'll see the video recording. After that, we exchanged particulars. I didn't even want to ask her what happened or what happened, because I believe like in a life, stuff will happen, and sometimes you can't even explain. Sometimes you can explain, sometimes you are gears, and something happened, because you weren't paying attention, you weren't doing what you're supposed to do. So, but I didn't bother question her. We just exchanged particulars and made arrangements for the vehicle to be sorted. I tell you, there are times you think about, even before I got the vehicle, sometimes you think about, and I've driven all my ways, maybe I have my license from I was 18 years old. I'm now 45, and I've been driving since, and I've never met in an accident. You understand me? If I probably touch somebody bumper and them say, oh, what happened? So everything good. Or somebody touch a bumper of a vehicle. I was driving and phone and say, oh, that good. But I've never had an impact like this. Boom. And I just kept my cool, and when it all said and done, you know, as I said, we changed particulars, and I definitely did report it to the police station because I made sure to call a friend of mine, Mr. Mitchell, I called a friend, and him said to me, yo, make sure you report it, and do this and do that and this and do that. After I did that, I went to the police. After the night, after we finished exchanging particulars, I drove home. Actually, drove to church. I went to church and I went to the church. Worship saying we didn't tell Michelle anything at the time because I believe I told her it probably would spoil our worship, and we don't necessarily want that to happen. So I didn't tell her as I walked in. What I did, I waited till church over, and we sat in the car, and I said to her we had an accident, and of course she was totally blown away and surprised. I didn't take out the camera then because I was at church. I'm not great excitement. And then I saw my mechanic, Bridget, was Ricardo. So Ricardo, I said to him, okay, what do you think about this? So Ricardo said, all right, Lee, it looked like one of two things. If it do get fixed, you might have challenge with the back of it, and the back is, let me show you guys. He said if you do fix it, you may have challenge with here, because here is the most part that got the damage impact. Here, so pull out. I'm showing you guys the glass that was here leaked out. These pins, there are pins that hold this section rather, and the pins flew. But spoke to the body man, same Ricardo told me too, that these are pins that flew, so they can easily be pushed back in and thing. The impact here, there's a little thing right here, so too. This is the extent of the damage right here. So the door still actually works. It still works. But I tell you, sure to speak to persons who would have known exactly what to do in the situation. So after telling Michelle and spoken to Ricardo said, okay, you might need to change the door, change the trunk door. Might have to do that and so forth. So I woke up the morning now and I looked at it, and I realized the damage was probably more severe than I thought it was. So spoke to the body man, which the brethren I know is somebody who's very professional and works with a very reputable company. So he would know best what to do. So I asked him about it. He said, hey, you have to change this door because it can run into problems in the future. So the decision is that, I have to change the door or whatever. The young lady, taking full responsibility for it. So to God be glory. And I intend to most definitely go and check myself out at the doctor, because sometimes, as people say, but sometimes you may have an accident, you may not feel the same pressure or feel any impact there and then, but over time it may happen. You may feel an impact, so it's best to make sure go to the doctor and check it out. Also, I got up pretty early Saturday morning and I went, which is today, and I reported it to the police and gave them a statement, and in fact wrote an entire report on the matter, which it is standard reporting. So I went and I did that, and I'm supposed to go back and give them the original copies, because they said I need to carry the original copies so I can get the receipt of the report. So I'm going to make sure I go back and give them the original. So it's a whirlwind of experience, because just bought the vehicle, basically 7 days to date to when it was in my possession. Friday would have been 7 days exactly, and on the 7th day an accident occurred. Thank be to God, I was not in the wrong. I was at the stoplight, parked and waiting for the green to happen, and then I heard the collision. Boom. Yeah. But I give God thanks because it could have been worse, to be honest with you, and I'm grateful that the Lord covered me. Yes, covered me, because it was kind of surreal, and then the impact. I thought the impact was like in a movie. You're doomed. But I'm happy that it wasn't worse. So it appears that probably she was gazing, or I don't know what. And I didn't ask her, to be honest with you guys. I didn't ask her, but good thing about it, I am okay, and the vehicle can be repaired and will be repaired. And of course, that's where the cookie crumbles. But I'm grateful that I'm okay, and it wasn't worse than it is. So, lesson learned, and I had on my seatbelt. I definitely had on my seatbelt. So the seatbelt held me to come to think of it. Come to think of it. I did have on my seatbelt, and my seatbelt did hold me. So though the impact had me back and forth, the seatbelt held me, and I'm happy. I continue to practice wearing my seatbelt. And so, guys, those are the tips you can keep in mind. 'Cause you never know, you never know when something is gonna happen. You can't plan it, you can't predict it. Some stuff will happen, and I can say that my seatbelt saved my life, or saved how badly I could have been impacted. Yes. So just wanted to give you guys this update, because we're all family, and I know person may say you're just bought a vehicle, whatever. The truth is, guys, anything can happen in life. And as I say, I've been driving since I'm 18 years old. I've never been in an accident, but somehow in this time. But you know what? God's got this, and we are okay. I'm okay. The young lady is okay too. Her vehicle, I think, had the lesser damage than what I had. But as I said, she's taking full responsibility, and arrangements have been made for the vehicle to be repaired. And Michelle was telling me that, she was washing, and then she just felt the need to go and pray, and she went and she prayed, and God does things, and he will indicate to you what needs to be, what needs to be done. And she prayed, and maybe that prayer covered, because once you're a child of God, you are covered by Him, and nothing happens to you by chance. Anything happens to you is what He allows, and He allows it for a reason, for our purpose, but for His glory. And so I can say again, to God be the glory, all is well. Alright, guys, this is a look update. Look out for our testimony, how we got the vehicle. Because we now make the devil win. You will get our testimony as to how this vehicle came about. Look out for that. All being well, we might have a live on Sunday night where we might just share the testimony there. So you need to come and check out the live. Alright? So like, share, and subscribe, guys. We are gonna be seeing greater things. Things are gonna be happening, and whatever the enemy plan, God is the one who wipes. But He has our lives in His hands, and He's in full control. And so just had to give you this little update. And I'm all right. To God be the glory. I'm all right. So see you in the next one. Life is worth living. Live it through Christ. See you in the next one. Blessings.
Yet